Two very hot pieces of news have just shaken up the atmosphere in Detroit and left fans with a flea in their ear. The first involves Tristan Colon, Graham Glasgow, Tate Ratledge, and even a rookie that no one expected to see in the competition so soon. The second is even more serious. Names like Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn have been at the center of a turnaround that could change the course of the season. These are moves that no one saw coming, and that put the Lions at a decisive moment. If you are a big fan of the Detroit Lions, leave a like and let's watch the video. Tristan Colon rolled into Detroit right after the shockwave of Frank Ragnow's surprise retirement, giving the Lions a veteran option to plug into the middle of that O-line. A 5-year NFL journeyman, Colon's career has seen him bouncing from team to team. Not exactly a household name, but a reliable presence nonetheless. Last season, he laced up for the Cardinals in 14 games at guard after getting the boot from the Jets, and when the Lions picked him up, it looked like he might be in line for a shot at the starting job. Here's where it gets spicy. The Lions are possibly planning to kick Graham Glasgow or rookie Tate Ratledge inside to play center. If that plan sticks, it could open the door for Colon to slide in as a starting guard from day one. Sounds solid, right? Not so fast. There's a wild card in this mix named Miles Frazier. The rookie's been turning heads and could make a serious run during camp and preseason. If Frazier shows out and either Glasgow or Ratledge shifts to center like expected, that might leave Colon on the outside looking in. That's right, he could go from signing with a real shot at a starting gig to being the odd man out come cut day. Now Colon's deal isn't exactly breaking the Lions' bank. At just over $1 million and Detroit still flexing with $40 million in cap space, he's a low-risk add. But when competition gets tight and you've got young blood trying to earn their stripes, even budget vets can get shown the door. Frazier, for what it's worth, is a more traditional guard than any of the other interior guys on the roster. That might help his case to lock in a role more securely than Colon. But nothing's guaranteed for a rookie, not even with that fresh contract ink still drying. Of course, the Lions could decide to hedge their bets and keep both Colon and Frazier in the rotation. That would let them ease Frazier into NFL speed while giving Colon a more manageable workload. With Detroit's staff being as solid as they are at grooming young talent, it's not out of the question that both guys could earn a spot in the guard mix and stick around longer than expected. But make no mistake, Colon's roster spot is far from locked in. He's got camp battles ahead and rookies gunning for a shot. For now, he's a veteran on notice. And if you thought the offensive line battle was intense, just wait until you hear what just happened with the Lions coaching staff. So here we go, Detroit's heading into 2025 with some real question marks, and it's not just about who's lining up on Sundays. The biggest X factor right now? The Lions' brain trust just took a major hit. Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, two of Dan Campbell's most trusted lieutenants, are off chasing head coaching gigs of their own. That's a serious shakeup for a team that's been riding a wave of momentum. Campbell's still got that fire and the locker room still believes, but replacing that kind of sideline chemistry. Yeah, that's way easier said than done. Let's not sugarcoat it. Johnson had this offense humming, and Glenn was the emotional heartbeat on defense. Losing both at once is like taking out the engine and the steering wheel and still trying to hit 100 miles. It's a big test for Campbell, who's now got to hold the locker room together while syncing up with a new set of voices calling the shots. Meanwhile, on the field, the depth chart's looking like a pressure cooker. Take Colby Sorsdal, for example. He's staring down a loaded offensive line room filled with seasoned vets and hungry rookies trying to make their mark. Every rep in camp could make or break his shot at sticking on the roster. It's that kind of knife's edge environment across multiple positions right now, which only adds to the chaos. And let's not forget the broader landscape. This is still the NFC, where one bad month can bury you. Detroit's got the roster to hang with the big dogs. But if there's miscommunication early or the new coordinators struggle to get their systems clicking, they could be playing catch-up before Halloween. CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin pointed it out plain and simple. Campbell would have loved to run it back with his guys, but the NFL doesn't wait around. The Lions now find themselves in a spot eerily similar to the Eagles in 2023, when coaching turnover derailed what looked like a contender. All that said, this team's got legit talent. If the coaching staff gels fast and the players buy in, they can absolutely stay in the mix, but there's no room for a rocky transition. The Lions are at a crossroads, and how they handle this shift will say a lot about whether they're built to last or just caught lightning in a bottle last season. The roster is still strong, but losing two pillars of the committee and seeing veterans at risk is no small feat. Detroit needs to prove itself again. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Lions news.